Oh, oh, I'm missing my body, so I gotta turn into a bird. Fly away. Hey everybody, we're back. Last video, we had everything painted, but not the details were painted. And so I went to paint the details. Everything went to poo. I can't cuss because it's YouTube and YouTube is for kids now, so we can't cuss anymore. Anyways, back to business. So here we got the head. So we painted that the red headpiece right there. There's not much detail going on here. I did the panel lines. Boom, boom, right there. Did the panel lines in the face. Painted the eyes with silver. And then clear green over. I didn't make them completely green. I just made them a little green because I like how the silver kind of shines a bit more. So it looks cool. Some gunmetal on the gunmetal bits. Looking at it on camera now looks a little weird. Might touch that up. Just panel line stuff. I was going to add gold to this, but I got lazy. I'll probably add it later. Alright, and then, we got the chest piece. Added some gold bits right there. Added some silver bits right there. This, I just did the panel lines. You can still see the frame, everything's pretty glossy right now. We'll talk about that later, the glossiness. I did the green. It came out a little weird. Did the blue. Came out really bad. We'll figure out how to fix that. Did blue on the other thrusters too. Let's see. Panel lines. Whoa. Panel lines on the legs. That needs to be touched up. But that's all fine. We'll be touching that up probably today. Alright, so that's all we have right now. It's all pretty good. The panel lines came out okay. There are some mistakes. We'll fix that today. So, what I want to talk about is, this was originally going to be a clean build. I was just going to build it clean. I was probably going to flat coat it, but I was liking how the gloss looked. But the more I was working on this kit, the more, I realized, oh, he's a bulky guy, and, he looks like he's tough. So, he'll look tougher if I make him look like he lost a fight and give him battle damage, because if you have battle damage, that means you lost that fight almost, right? Almost lost the fight? Anyways, so we're gonna give him some weathering probably, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to touch up some of the mistakes I did too. So, be back in a second, damn. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, I made a really big mistake. And today, well maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, I'm gonna fix that mistake. Nah, look at that. Oh, I tried to do a wash on it, and then I started rubbing it off, and then it wouldn't come off, so I rubbed a little harder, and then everything went bad. So I have to repaint the whole gun again, which doesn't matter. It should only take a day. There's a lot of mistakes on it anyways, so I get to try again. Anyways, so we're gonna have to paint that again. It sucks! Alright, so I went in, did some dry brushing. You can see it really adds to the overall look. Looks pretty good so far. I try to be subtle. Some areas it's a little extreme, but overall I'm getting the look I need. On the feet, I decided to do a little bit more, considering that it's the feet and it steps on everything. Durr. And then we got some in the front. After a while, it started getting a little too out of hand. Hopefully, it's not too much once the final product comes off. Right here, I was having some difficulties right here, so it came out a little strong, but it's still fine. And then we got this. So we're doing this to get the edges out, but we still have more plans for this. We have plans for the gunmetal bits as well. Overall, it's gonna be fun. This next part. All right, so now we've done the red pieces. So far, so good. Coming out a little strong, but that's gonna not be as drastic once we get towards the end. Little bit of bad news. I was dry brushing the head. I don't know what happened. I somehow got red on the head. I have no idea how that happened, but we'll fix that later. Alright, so we've done dry brushed everything. Everything looks a little bit more worn out now. But that's not all of it. Oh, the white parts I dry brushed, but it's really hard to tell because I dry brushed it with white. Because the white I use is actually a little bit of gray. So I use some white. Let me see if I can get it closer. Okay, so there is white. Looks a little weird because the paint started getting a little thick. And so it started looking a little textury, but we're gonna get that probably fixed. There's a bit of I don't know how, but this arm got dirty, but I'm gonna be fixing that because we're still not done with the weather. Just like that took me hours though. I'm not gonna lie, it takes hours to get this done. But I'll see you when I get to the next part. All right, so after like 8 hours, seriously, after like 8 hours of getting all the details done, we're 99% finished. I say 99% because if I didn't make that mistake with the gun, I'd be done by now. Anyways, so today we're going to be repainting the gun, doing some dry brushing on the gun, and then once that's done, I'm going to be doing a flat coat all over everything, and we'll see how it turns out. I do like how it kind of looks like glossy, but I feel like that's more for like a transformer or something like that. But for the Astaroth Gundam, I don't think gloss is the way to go, even though it kind of looks good. I'm gonna do a flat coat. Anyways, montage time. Alright, so we have everything flat coated. Everything looks pretty good. We gotta put the weapons in his hands. Everything pretty much came out how I kind of wanted it to. I did some dry brushing and weathering. I initially was going to do a clean build, but after a while I just realized that the Astaroth Gundam might just look better with some weathering, and he does. It does kind of make the details come out more. As far as the weathering goes though, it did come out how I wanted it to. I wanted to make him look weathered, but not too weathered. I don't know, it looks pretty good. Every time I weather a Gundam, I try to learn what I'm doing wrong, and like the main problem has always been scale. Trying to weather at the right scale is always difficult, and I think I'm starting to get closer and closer to the look that I like. Maybe a little bit smaller chips, and I think we'll be good. But I'm very happy with it. The main things I need to take away from this project though is I really need to organize what order I want to paint parts in. There's a couple of things that I should have painted before painting other things, and I should use my airbrush more often. Like these green parts, I hand brushed those. Although they look fine, I feel like they would look a lot better if I would have airbrushed those and then masked them off and then airbrush the rest. I completely forgot to paint these blue pieces, so I had to go and try to mix the same shade of blue as the rest of the armor. So that was a little risk there. I forgot I was supposed to paint those, so I almost end up putting the wrong blue. Anyways, everything came out really well. I'm really happy with it. Looks really cool. I'm really happy with it. But let's go ahead and take a look at his weapons. That's where we made a lot of mistakes. Alright, so we have him with his weapons. As dry brushing goes, I think I might have rushed it a bit. Everything was just going too crazy, so he looks a little too... It doesn't look like weathering, it looks like I just took a brush and smacked it along the edges. So it doesn't look realistic enough. This side came out a little bit better, but not good enough. But at a distance, it doesn't look too bad. It's fine. I don't want to repaint the whole thing because I want to save my paint for the next project. I just like to learn my lessons, and then going forward, try to strive for perfection, even though it's unrealistic expectations. Anyways, so here's the gun. I kind of rushed this because everything was ready, and I had to repaint the whole gun because of my mistake. And so I just kind of rushed it and then top coated it. Overall, I'm very happy with it. Expect an official, hyped up video coming soon on the whole process on my channel, of course. So like and subscribe and all that stuff. But now that I've actually done an IBO kit, I'm not gonna actually go and watch season 2 of Iron-Blooded Orphans because I stopped watching it because I couldn't relate to any of the main characters because Mikasa, or whatever his name is a sociopath who just likes to kill people. Anyways, I should still watch season 2. I hope it's good. Overall, the kit itself I really like. Articulation is the same as, the newer kits, so the articulation is almost like an action figure, or even better in some cases. And there wasn't too much seam lines I had to cover up. The only seam lines I had to cover up were basically the arms, or the forearms actually. Just the forearms and these waist things that I'm not really a fan of. I should have built a way where I can remove these but keep this white piece, but it's too late for that now. If I could go back and do things differently, I would probably add more panel lines and just paint everything in a different order and avoid hand brushing a couple things because I overestimated my hand brushing abilities and kind of messed up a couple areas. But after the flat coat, okay, I'm gonna be honest with everybody right now. When you weather something and then flat coat it, it hides all your mistakes. So it may not look too bad now, but if I were to gloss coat this, I can't curse, it's YouTube. If I were to gloss coat this, it will look terrible. So this is gonna do for now. Alright, so we got the front here. Looks really good. Look at the back. Don't mind that big silver stuff right there. Pretend it doesn't exist. Oh, I did a really good job on the backpack though. There we go. It all looks good. You got those details, the red details down there. You got the red details up here. You got the thrusters, gunmetal thrusters right there. You got the silver and gold piping right there. Or not pipes. Rods? Silver and gold rods right there. What else is on the back? You got some more red detail right there. You got some more red detail and silver and gold right there. Overall, looks really good. Let's take a look at his face. Face, for me, is usually the hardest but most important. I didn't show this in the video, or did I? I don't think so. But my eyes, I usually do silver with a clear green over. And then after I actually get the eyes done, I go with black to add the black areas. Put some gunmetal in there. Everything looks good. Everything, this is panel lining, looks good. Had to paint that red up there because it comes. This whole front piece is all one piece, so I had to paint that red. It's supposed to be red. It's looking pretty good. Alright, but overall, I'm very happy. Thanks again for watching the video. Like and subscribe for more. If you have any suggestions on what kind of stuff you want to see in these work in progresses, let me know. I haven't really been going into detail with things. I've just been kind of telling you what I've been doing. I do try to show every now and then the techniques I use, but I just sometimes I just feel like everybody who watches these kinds of videos already knows all the techniques. So I'm just kind of trying to share what I'm doing. So because I myself like to watch other people work on their stuff while I work on my stuff. So I'm hoping this video would just be entertainment for others. I'm not really a tutorial kind of person, But if anybody wants to like ask questions, I could try to answer, although my knowledge is limited to like acrylics. So I don't know how exactly how much I can help, but if you have a question, let me know. We're gonna be trying out different brands and stuff soon, so I just want to start getting better at painting. I don't want to just paint these just like to say, oh, I painted this kit. That makes it unique. Like, I actually want to get really good at the painting. Like, I just don't want to, I just want to get better. Like, I want to learn from my mistakes. I want to get better. I want to be able to make everything look as amazing as possible. This weathering thing that we got going on for the last 2 projects, like, we need to step out of that zone. I need to figure out how to do a perfect clean build, because those are always the most impressive. Like the clean ones, weathering, like it looks cool, it looks more realistic, whatever you want to say, but it's basically a way to hide mistakes, okay? And I want to learn how to not make mistakes. That's all I gotta say, okay? Just like, subscribe, tell me what you think. We're gonna have more videos on the way, okay? Bye.
Yeah, pretty much.